Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. Okay, I'm going to continue with the second part of the topic of PPE, that is on derecognition and disposal of property. Okay, a property, plant and equipment item is derecognized and eliminated from the books upon disposal, that is from the sale of the PPE, entering into a finance lease or donation. Okay, gain or loss arising from disposal is recognized in the profit or loss and included in the income statement. Okay, the amount of gain or loss on disposal refers to the difference between the net disposal proceeds, if any, and the carrying amount of the item. Okay, if an entity that in the course of its ordinary activities routinely sells items of PPE that is held for rental to others, shall transfer such assets to inventories at their carrying amount when they cease to be rented and become held for sale. The proceeds from sale of such assets shall be recognized as revenue as per MFRS 15. Okay, so when an item of PPE is disposed of, okay, any remaining revaluation reserve, okay, should be transferred to retained earnings. Okay, that means the balance of the revaluation reserve, okay, will be transferred to retained earnings. Okay, when there is a disposal of an item of PPE. Okay, let's have a look at this example. Okay, on 1st January 2013, okay, Mina Berhad acquired a plant. Okay, the cost of the plant, okay, was RM 5 million. The estimated useful life 10 years. Okay, on 1st January 2015, the plant was revalued to 5,040,000. And on 31st December 2017, okay, the plant was sold for RM 3 million. Okay, so first, okay, let's have a look at, okay, the calculation for revaluation surplus or deficit, okay, on 31st December 2014. Okay, so the initial cost of the plant is RM 5 million, okay, minus the accumulated depreciation, okay, for 2 years, okay, 2013 to 2014. So the accumulated depreciation is 1 million. Okay, so this is the calculation for the accumulated depreciation, 5 million divided by 10 years times 2 years. Okay, so the carrying amount of the plant on 31st December 2014 is 4 million. Okay, and the fair value of the plant, okay, on 1st January 2015, okay, as given in the previous slide, okay, is 5,040,000. Okay, so since the fair value is higher than the carrying amount, okay, there is a surplus on revaluation amounted to 1,040,000. Okay. Next, okay, as we all know, okay, the plant was sold for RM 3 million on 31st December 2017. Okay, so now we're going to have to calculate, okay, whether there is a gain or loss on disposal of the plant. Okay, so first we have to calculate the carrying amount of the plant, okay, on 31st December 2017. So the carrying value of the plant on 1st January 2015 is RM 5,040,000. Okay, minus the accumulated depreciation, okay, for 3 years, okay, from 2015 to 2017, we get 1,890,000. Okay, so how do we get the amount of accumulated depreciation? You can refer to this calculation. Okay, and the carrying amount, okay, as at 31st December 2017 is 3,150,000. Okay, so we have to compare this carrying amount with the sales proceed, okay, of the plant. Okay, the proceeds of the plant is RM 3 million. Yeah, so since the carrying amount is higher than the sales proceed, so there is a loss on disposal amounted to 150,000. Okay. Okay, this is the journal entries, okay, on the disposal of the plant, okay. So here we debit cash, okay, RM 3 million, okay. This is the sales proceeds, okay, of the plant, RM 3 million, okay. Debit the accumulated depreciation 1,890,000, okay. This is to write off, okay, the accumulated depreciation account, okay. Debit SOPOL loss on disposal 150,000. This is the amount that we calculated just now, okay. And credit plant 5 million and 40,000, okay. This is to write off the plant, okay. And then we debit the plant revaluation reserve 780,000, okay, and credit retained earnings 780,000, okay. So why do we debit the planned revaluation reserve 780,000, okay. So this is actually to transfer the balance of revaluation reserve to the retained earnings, okay, when the plan has been disposed of, okay. We have to transfer the balance of the revaluation reserve to the retained earnings. That's why we have to debit the revaluation reserve and credit retained earnings 780,000. So the balance of the revaluation reserve here is 780,000. So how do we get this amount? Okay, it's the amount of revaluation surplus, okay, previously calculated 1,040,000 minus the 260,000, okay, 260,000, okay, that is 130,000 times 2. Okay, what is this 130,000? Okay, 130,000 is the difference between the depreciation based on the revalued amount and the original cost. Okay, so the depreciation based on the revalued amount, okay, is 630,000. Okay, you can refer to the previous slide. Okay, the calculation for the depreciation based on revalued amount, okay, minus the depreciation based on the original cost 500,000. Okay, you can refer to the previous slide on the calculation of the depreciation based on original cost. Okay, so the difference between the depreciation based on revalued amount and the depreciation based on original cost, okay, is 130,000. Okay, 130,000, and 130,000, okay, has been transferred to retained earning for 2 years, that is in year 2015 and 2016. Okay, so it has been transferred already. So the remaining balance of the revaluation reserve of the plan is 780,000. Okay, that is the revaluation surplus, okay, that was credited previously minus the 260,000, okay, the difference of the depreciation that was already transferred to retained earning in year 2015 and 2016. Okay, so the balance is 780,000. Okay. Alright, this one is about the disclosure of PPE. Okay, for each class of PPE, the measurement basis used for determining the gross carrying amount, okay, has to be disclosed, okay, in the financial statement, and the depreciation method used, the useful life of or the depreciation rate used, okay, the gross carrying amount, accumulated depreciation, and accumulated impairment losses at the beginning and at the end of the period also must be disclosed, okay, in the financial statements. Alright, and then another information, okay, that needs to be disclosed in the financial statement is a reconciliation of the carrying amount at the beginning and end of the period, showing additions and disposal, asset classified as held for sale, acquisition through business combination, Okay, increases or decreases during the period resulting from revaluations, impairment losses recognized, impairment losses reversed, okay, if any, depreciation charge for the year, and other changes, okay, such as reclassification to investment property, okay, reclassification from PPE to investment property. Okay, this is the template for notes on PPE. Okay, so you have to include this, okay, note, okay, when you prepare the financial statements, all right. And then, okay, when there is an impairment loss, okay, you need to include, okay, this template, okay, the template on the movement for impairment loss, okay, to show the carrying amount of the PPE. Okay, so when you have an impairment loss, you have to include this template, okay, for the movement for impairment loss, okay, of the PPE. Alright, that's the end of the topic. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.